Welcome to the sprint, your recommended schedule. Our goal in this sprint is to show you schedule options based on what's worked for your fellow participants, using Quinn as an example. By the end of this sprint, you'll have a good sense of the right schedule for you, plus concrete ways to get into the swing of effective learning habits. One of Quinn's first questions about her apprenticeship program was, "What's the recommended schedule?" She said, "I am super busy with work and my family, but doing this apprenticeship is important to me. Can you help me figure out how to make it happen?" I said, "Sure. You have a couple of options, to finish in either 3 months or 6 months. For 3 months, you'll finish if you do an hour a day. 6 months if you do 30 minutes a day." But she came back with, "I have so much going on in my life. How can I work it into my schedule?" So I thought about the people I've seen succeed at this, and I realized that the one thing they share in common is healthy habits. So I told her, a lot of people who succeed at this create daily habits to support their goals. So how do you establish a daily habit? You make it daily. The same time, same place, no distractions, in a quiet place. It takes about 21 days to establish a habit. And here's a bonus. Use a trigger, like your morning coffee or tea. So Quinn decided to set aside a daily time after dinner each night to work on her program. But she said, "There's only one problem, Kelly. I'm usually tired by evening, so it's hard to focus. What would you suggest?" I said, "Respect your body clock. So if you're an early bird, schedule your daily practice time first thing in the morning." Here's a success story from Jean, one of my program participants. She said, "I made a deal with my husband that he would take care of the kids the first hour each morning. Now I get up a half hour earlier to do my daily Scrum Master practice. It's working out great for everyone." On the other hand, if you're a night owl, set your daily practice time for after everything has settled down and you're confident that you'll have reliable quiet time. Here's another success story from Sean D. He said, "I've always been a night owl, so I decided to enjoy dinner with my family each night, then do an hour each evening in a quiet corner of the living room. It feels so good to be making progress toward my Scrum Master goal." I also told Quinn, if you really want to boost, space out your practice times. It's a well-established fact in learning psychology that giving your brain time to rest between short learning sessions helps you learn better than longer learning chunks. So for example, a half hour a day is far better than a half day on a weekend. That gives your brain space to assimilate the new information. Quinn thought about it, and she said, "Okay, that makes sense." Then I told her, here's another bonus. A lot of people find that a daily meditation habit helps as well to focus your mind, even if it's just 5 minutes of sitting quietly first thing in the morning. Quinn said, "I could do 5 minutes. It's worth a try anyway." I said, "Great. It's like that famous quote from George Mumford, respond from the center of the hurricane rather than reacting from the chaos of the storm." So Quinn took a risk. She asked her husband to cover making breakfast and getting the kids ready for school so she could have an extra half hour each morning to do her Scrum Master program. But her husband said, on one condition, that we do a weekly date night on the town and the kids with a babysitter. So over a couple of weeks, Quinn got into a regular habit of daily work in her Scrum Master apprenticeship and used her morning coffee as a trigger to get her started. And success. She started to see daily progress. Now it's your turn. Decide how much time per day you want to invest in yourself. You're worth it. Common times people do include 15 minutes, a half hour, or an hour daily. Most people aim for 3 months at an hour per day or 6 months at a half hour per day. Be sure to pick a location where you feel relaxed and be uninterrupted. Identify whether you're an early bird or a night owl. Then designate the same time and place each day for you to do the program. So our goal in this sprint was to show you schedule options based on what's worked for your fellow participants, using Quinn as an example. By now, you should have a good sense of the right schedule for you. plus concrete ways to get into the swing of effective learning habits. In the next sprint, you'll start on the Practice Your Basics section of the program, starting with how to create your backlog for your own initiative for this program, which is called Get the Scrum Master Job.